What's up,
No.
Dax? Nice.
In their like swimwear.
Hopefully they don't show up. We'll take the forfeit win and we
Alrighty, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to NGS Division C West matchup here tonight between Clouded Minds, After Dark, and Cool Cat and Kittens. Tonight, I have with me the amazing Casey Court. Casey, how you doing tonight, buddy? Did I lose a case? Seems to be frozen. Give me 1 second. One sec. Apologize, everybody. Not sure what's going on here. I think I lost my coastcaster. See if I can get him back here. It's not a great stream unless if we have some technical difficulties here. Just see if we can get Casey back. All right, let's disconnect from that. Not their heart, no. Again, I apologize, everyone. Let's see if I can, like I said, I'm just trying to get the amazing Casey Court back here. First. There you go, sir. I see you this time. Turn off my camera.
I hear you.
Get the pop out. Awesome. You're in, all right. You are in the overlay here, sir. So anyway, I apologize for that. But Casey, how the heck are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty well, Dax. How about yourself, man?
Man, I am doing well. Like I said, we have this great matchup between Clouded Minds After Dark and Cool Cats and Kittens, which is one of my favorite names. You know, ode to, like, as long as they keep going, ode to, you know, the quarantine time of 2020. And my favorite part of the quarantine would be the Tiger King.
Yeah, super excited for this match tonight. You know, I've got some familiarity with both of these teams. Played against Cool Cats and Kittens last season. They're pretty tough out. And Clouded Minds After Dark, obviously I'm the tank for Clouded Minds Original, so I've got some familiarity with that group as well, so it's pretty fun.
All right, awesome. So you will have all of the stats for both of these teams, so already making me look good on your first cast ever. Love to see it.
Well, at least hope so.
Yeah, so all right, here we go. So before we jump in here, these teams are ready, but let's see how we got to where we are heading. So, Cool Cats and Kittens is the home team this evening. They opted to ban Dragonshire and Alterac Pass. They did win the coin flip, and they did opt for first hero pick. So the ball was then in Clouded Minds' court. They banned Spiders and Towers of Doom, and opted to take us here to my least favorite map, Brax's Holdout.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of this map as well, Dax. So hopefully we get through this together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, in a smooth way.
All right. We are in business. Swing time in the chat. Hello, friends. Tiger, hello. Thank you for the bits, my friend. Weenus, yeah, Casey was a statue. Not sure what happened there, but we are good. We're cooking with gas. All right, looks like we're getting the readies in here. So, Brax's Holdout, you know, as a drafter, what are you looking for here? What do you like to play here on Brax's Holdout?
Well, I like to have a really super strong four-man, and I like early game on this map personally, because if you can get some quick picks and a quick lead, you can snowball that real fast. You want to make sure that your offlaner is real strong in a solo game, because you know they're pretty much out there on a ledge on their own and got to hold themselves out there. So lots of communication too for the rotations here. So you can look to see heroes, you know, like Murd and Genji come out sometimes because they're trying to maybe pick off the offlane there. And we're probably going to see some pretty beefy, strong offlaners, I would think.
All right, and there you go. Calling that out already automatically. We do see that Hogger Band going to come out here. Not going to be able to kind of hold that top lane. But yeah, to your point, you need a strong four-man. But I like the rotational. There's certain heroes. We do see the Falstad going to go ahead and get banned here. Great global hero. Brightwing is good here as well. But Genji, Maiev, just a lot of those heroes that can make that quick rotation through that midpoint to, you know, maybe turn something 2v1 up top. So,
Exactly.
So knowing both of these teams, do we see some target bans coming out here, or are these just kind of regular meta bans here?
I feel like the Hogger band's probably pretty targeted, as well as that Gazlowe band there coming in. You know, Weenus has been playing a pretty mischievous Gazlowe lately and causing a lot of havoc in the Nexus. So pretty solid bands coming out from Cool Cats and Kittens there. And from the side of Clouded Minds, you know, they're pretty good at doing their scouting. So I would imagine these two are pretty targeted. Chromie for sure. The Falstad, I'm not too sure about it. Didn't really see too much of that play from Cool Cats, but Falstad's a strong hero, like you said, with that global presence. So, and then crazy for Haruno here, grabbing up the Sonya right away, a very strong solo laner, able to hold her own up there and sustain for long periods of time.
Yep, absolutely. She is in a league of her own. Very first pick. First ban-worthy, I think, in my opinion, on any particular map. But Weenus is going to play D.Va. Going to go ahead and, D.Va, depending on what level 1 talent, can trade well into Sonya, get the stun. I believe it's at 4, so we'll be able to stop her self-sustain, and then as long as she's in there close, so should do well. And then with the D.Va bomb, we'll be able to zone off that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. And, it's a little surprising Weenus picking up the D.Va here, because I think Weenus is usually in the 4-man for the team. He may flex to the offlane every now and then, though, so he might pick up the offlane here. Pretty cool to see, because him and Tiger can flip-flop. Brightwing coming out for Libidium, super strong pick for him. He is so good. Well, they are so good on the Brightwing hero there. Diablo for tank from Cool Cats, and then a Cassia Bane from CMAD. So
yeah,
we keep going on here. Let's see another ban from Cool Cats and Kittens. What do you think we got here, Dax?
So they still need a healer. I think they may try and target a healer here. So there goes the Ariel. Do not want the battery for... Gul'dan is already the battery. They don't want to empower her at all whatsoever. Gul'dan has an amazing wave clear and good defense. So I think Clouded Minds has an opportunity here to kind of pick whatever they feel like for the rest of this draft. But D.Va is one of those bruisers that can be in the 4-man if you're going to opt for like the triple front line, the double bruiser style here. But with that, we could see a
disruptor for that Diablo too. Sorry to cut you off there, Dax.
No, you are good, buddy. I was gonna say I do like the Arthas pickup here with the Stukov. Now, could be maintaining D.Va. I don't hate Arthas into Sonya. Does slow down her auto attacks, and again, depending on the build, a lot of her healing. But I think we'll see Arthas in the bot lane.
I agree. Arthas does help counter the meta Diablo right now with that auto attack build. So I would imagine that's coming in there. And the Stukov definitely gives Brightwing fits as she's trying to teleport in on heroes that are in trouble. He can just put that silence bubble right under him, and it's real tough to get in there. Okay. A double mage pick coming out for Cool Cats and Kittens here with the Mephisto Jaina. I really like that combo because Mephisto can just keep putting out tons of sustained damage. And then you have Jaina there to finish off the blow up or start the engages, keeping everyone slowed down and backed away.
Yeah, their team comp is very strong, and it come level 10. I mean, I'm looking at Endurance of Hate, APOC, Leap if Sonya goes that route into Jaina damage. So that is a wombo combo and a half there with some decent wave clear coming out from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. And there we go. We do see the Leoric, so we will see D.Va in the 4-man. I like to see that as well. So, Gul'dan has all of that wave clear, and I like both of these drafts, but heading into this game, is there one that you favor more than another?
I like the Cool Cats and Kittens draft here. The Diablo's so strong as a tank right now. Brightwing, Libidium makes some great plays on that Brightwing, I know. So, and you already mentioned the heroic combinations here. So I would say Cool Cats and Kittens. Just off the gate.
Yeah, so jump back to our beautiful faces here. But I'm with you. There is a ton between Sonya and Mephisto. Come level 16, that is a lot of percent base damage into the triple front line on the side of Clouded Minds. But I think it's going to be tough. I think they're going to have a hard time stepping up into the Arthas. D.Va's going to be able to dive the back line, and the Stukov silences on that objective is going to be tough. But let's get into game number 1. Over here on the left side, for Cool Cats and Kittens, we have Horvath on the Diablo, Desolata riding around on that Jaina, Beowulf on the Mephisto, Libidium on that terrifying Brightwing skin, the monkey Brightwing skin, and then Crazy for Hirano on that Sonya. And then who do we have on the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side, in the as the red team, we've got Clouded Minds After Dark. Special Chai is going to be playing Arthas today. Stukov by Zamara. D.Va, Weenus is on the D.Va there. Tiger on the Leoric, and Gul'dan is being played by Vince Noir as we see the teams come out here to meet in the bottom lane, squaring off onto 4-1 splits like normal on this map, and the teams starting to kind of engage and feel each other out.
Yep, absolutely. So, like you said, just 4v1. Venus is going to get pause. Okay, we get a good old pause already. Yeah, absolutely. So, we'll take this little bit of time while we got this little disconnect here, taking a look at level 1 talents. We do have Mephisto going to go ahead and start the Q quest. You don't really see that too much out. They're already sitting at 3 stacks, 31 seconds into this match. So, well on their way for finishing that. We do see Slam build getting picked up by Sonya, the Polymorph build. We're going to see Devil's Due and Fingers of Frost. So it's pretty standard builds across the board on the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Eternal Hunger, so we will see most likely Q build coming out from Arthas. It's a very good sustaining style, low blow. Love that talent. On this particular map, we do see Full Metal from the Diva, Ossian Renewal, and do we get a suck build coming out here from Vince Noir?
It looks like we might. We'll have to keep an eye on that. The sucky build can do some work. I know it's pretty frustrating for the frontliners, and especially like a Diablo. Once you're in there, it's hard to get back out when Gul'dan's slowing you down, Leoric's, wailing on you with his hammer, Diva's pushing you back around, and Arthas is keeping the slow on you. So yeah, definitely tough.
Yeah, that's to that point, that is a lot of slow. Like I said, if the Gul'dan gets attached, it gives Arthas time to step up, and then the slow, and then the extra damage coming out from that Stukov. So it's going to be tough to fight on these close choke points here.
Yeah, definitely agree. We'll have to see and keep an eye on what's going on here. Definitely like that Mephisto pickup. It's really easy to really do any stacking quests here on Brax's Holdout. So I don't really mind it, even if it is a little bit off meta, because you can get a lot of value on stacking quests here with the 4-man, going at each other pretty much all game.
All right, so we'll jump back to us again here. Thank goodness for that pause, because I did see swing time there. I did forget to switch that scene over. So, typical Dax cast. If I'm not doing that at least one time, you just get hopped right into the action and you forget to push the buttons. But now we're making airplane food jokes and all kinds of different stuff while we wait for this pause here. Yeah, swing. Looks like the chat finally got caught up. Yep, there was a pause now anyway. So we got to announce the people, but great synergies coming out here. But yeah, so look, Brax's Holdout, not my favorite. Very snowball map. At least in the lower leagues, I think the camps they aren't prioritized when I think like usually casting some upper echelons of some teams. Like it's like they put a lot of pressure on this particular lane. So I'm just curious here, 1 minute in, minute and a half in, to see what these teams do with the camps.
Yeah, definitely. The camps can be super disruptive and disturbing, clearing out space for the teams to lock down that point. But yeah, I agree with you on this one, Dak. I'm not a huge fan of this map either. Super snowbally. Like I said, I'm always looking for a strong early game on this map, trying to create a snowball and roll with that momentum. So we'll see if either of these two teams can jump to an early lead and get that going. But
yeah,
for the meantime,
yeah, absolutely. So we do have a pause. Thank you for the raids coming in, Kyle Ferguson. Hopefully your games were well, sir. I was peeping. You played some Valheim earlier, so hopefully, I think you said you had a scrim tonight, so that's nice to see. Hopefully scrims went well for you and the team. I did grab that cast tomorrow, so I am looking forward to that game. And then Fujin coming in here as well. Hopefully your match went well as well. Looking forward to catching that afterwards here. We are in the middle of a quick pause here, 30 seconds into game number 1 between Clouded Minds, After Dark, as well as Cool Cats and Kittens. So looked like we had a disconnect, and that's what we're sitting here waiting for. Oh my goodness, Casey, you look so hot. Are you single? Keck W. Or Dax, you are in jail. Too. Can we be Sally's Skycake in the chat? Oh, absolutely, man. I'm constantly in jail. We can be roommates for short.
Skycake's a good IRL friend of mine, so always fun to see fresh faces in the chat. Thanks for the compliment there, buddy.
Just need the right hotkey. Absolutely. Let him rejoin period. Are we going to
Yeah, it looks like we're having a little bit of computer issues here for one team.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a computer issue or if it's like a HOTS issue. Like I think it was like the beginning of last week. I think there was a lot of custom game issues where people are having problems. But it looks like he's having a hard time rejoining. Let's see. All right, looks like Tiger. We do see a remake. Okay, and see if we can make it work. All right, awesome. All right, cool. Then I'll stick to our beautiful faces here, and unfortunately we're observers, so I don't think we can chat. That's the problem with the cast in here.
We get to just ride along with the crews and see how it goes.
All right, so then we'll just quit this. Oh, and then unpause. I think because everyone left.
Yeah.
But we'll jump out of here, and then that one should be quick. I don't think we'll have to. We might have to draft.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get Fast and Furious Draft here remake. You know, maybe some meme bands for fun for us to discuss.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? You know what's fun is like when people are in a hurry, especially on a map like Braxis, when it has the ARAM counterpart. Depending on if the captain making the lobby pays attention or not, it's real tough because, like I said, 9 times out of 10 you usually see the ARAM map, which I'm all for. Let's do some ARAM. Bankai in the chat, hello sir. Hopefully you are having a great day. I'm guessing you came over here maybe in the Fujin. Yeah, I'm guessing maybe came over here in the Fujin, right? Maybe Kyle Ferguson. Kyle is a fantastic streamer, great member of the HOTS community, one of my favorites. But just glad for everyone to be here. So, quick little DC, having some custom game issues. Typical hot stuff here if you're familiar with custom games in NGS or Heroes Lounge, or even the in-houses. Small indie gaming company, Blizzard is, and having issues with their with their services.
Just a typical problem with indie games,
Weenus, my friend, none. You're free. Casey and I will gladly take you out to dinner.
If it gets as spicy as our Discord chat earlier, I'm definitely in.
Absolutely. All right, so it looks like we are up in here. It is Braxis Holdout.
Perfect.
What is that? Braxis Outpost, I believe, is the ARAM one. So well done.
Correct.
By Cole. By Cole Cats and Kittens not going to ARAM. I'll be more than happy to cast some ARAMs. I love some ARAMs.
ARAMs can, get pretty interesting. If you like a bloodbath, then have at it. I'm never opposed to that, so definitely like to get in there and get aggressive on my part. So,
how many tacos? Listen, the date would be for tacos, Taco. Not sure
is
what
there
happened.
Anything else to get on a date besides tacos? I mean, maybe sushi, but
see, I live in like the Northeast and like just rural Northeast, so there's like gas station sushi that you can't trust. And that's so like I have to travel to like Pittsburgh or somewhere closer like that to get some good sushi.
Ooh, yeah, I definitely don't want to get that gas station sushi. That's like a gut bomb. Definitely will give you some problems.
Absolutely. All right, just making sure everyone is good here. Tournament draft. Team number 1 gets the first pick, so that is correct. All right. Skykick says $10 gift card bet on the match, Casey. If I win, I want KFC so I can steal the date and take Weenus out first. Okay, all right. We've gotten a scrap from Weenus. $10 KFC. So again, we'll jump back here into the draft screen. Should be quick work here, as both teams already know what they're picking. 7-Eleven hot dogs. Let's do it. All right, so there's that Hogger ban, probably the Falstad ban here.
Looks like they're just going to keep it the same as the last draft, so should just see all the similar picks and bans as we saw from the first round. Hopefully they'll just burn through this real fast so we can get right back into the action.
Yeah, and I think I think Vince Noir mentioned in the NGS chat of just doing the quick draft, but I think for NGS purposes and the scouting side of things, I think they have to have the bans for the heroes profile stats.
That's a good point. I did not think of that for sure.
Yeah, which kind of throw it off, I guess, for the hero bans, but like I think each individual game is different, right? Like I think you kind of take a look at, if you do any scouting at all whatsoever, you kind of take a look at what the other enemy team plays.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, definitely for scouting purposes, they will need to keep this the same. So um, hopefully they remember all their picks and bans that they put through that first game. It looks like we're doing pretty good so far with the Sonya, Diablo, Brightwing from Cool Cats and Kittens. We've got Gul'dan, Diva, Arthas on Clouded Mind's side with the Stukov. Um, Bans are still the same here: Hogger, Gazlo, Ariel, Falstad, Chromie, and Cassia.
All right. So if we go to Vegas playoffs, first round OGCM After Dark, $10 is too high for a Weenus auction. I disagree with you, Mr. Weenus. That is incredibly, criminally too low.
I would pay 20 for that beard.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And the soundboard. I mean, you can't pass that up. There's value there too.
Second time's a charm, says Libidium in the chat. Absolutely. Oh, man.
Let's get it, guys. Let's get it.
All right. So hopefully no issues here coming into round 2. Second time's a charm, I hope. But I guess this gives us a little bit more time to talk about these team comps. So, yeah, I'm not sure. So knowing that Mephisto's going to go Q build, he could still go percent-based damage at level 1. But he did opt for... I'm sorry, not level 1, but level 16. I'm sorry. So we will see, but I definitely like the team fight post level 10 from the side of Cool Cat and Sigurdsons. But again, we'll just do it right this time. So on the left-hand side, in the blue trunks, we have Horvath on the Diablo, Desolata on the Jaina, Beowulf on Mephisto, Libidium on Monkey, Brightwing, and Crazy for Hirano up here on the Sonya. Casey, who do we have on the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side, we got the red team, Clouded Minds After Dark. Tiger will be playing Leoric today. Special Chai on Arthas. Zamara will be playing Stukov, Weenus on the Diva, and Vince Noir rounding it out on the Gul'dan.
All right. Weenus out here stealing my emojis, good sir, but out comes the Diablo Sun and the Polymorph. Great combo coming out already onto Special Chai. Arthas is willing away. They're trying to do the best. Vince Noir does get some good suck damage coming out there from that Gul'dan, but Weenus finds himself off real, not even close to a boss charge, taking all of that damage, does dive in, does catch the dive from the Diablo there. Out comes the Polymorph, does eat some of that Flame Stomp, but will live to fight another day.
As Weenus backs away, looks like he's just going to grab a little bit of that sippy cup to rejoin this fight. Teams are clearing out the waves, grabbing up that XP as quick as they can. This battle down below is a lot more aggressive than the last time we saw it, Dax.
Yeah, absolutely. Weenus does skate out of there with like sub 100 health, but great healing coming out from Zamara there on that Stukov, and just Clouded Minds is just awfully low trading into this already. I'm afraid to peek top and see what these two are doing up there, because both these teams are just scrapping down here in the bot lane.
Yeah, it is getting vicious. The top lane's looking pretty normal between the solo laners. They're just kind of slapboxing away here, staying healthy and grabbing up as much soak as they can.
All right, so here comes the camp call from Clouded Minds, but it is looking to get an invade here from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. Beowulf will shade in to get a lot of that poke damage done, but Weenus is kind of stuck here, taking damage from the camp and the front line. Finds himself off the load, doesn't get the full charge here, but he does get it as he gets demeched. But out comes the flip from Diablo onto Special Chai. Finds himself awfully low. Mana is a great resource to have, but the entire team outside of Gul'dan has no way of regenerating any of that mana.
Wow, yes, and Beowulf there trying to make a couple plays, finishing off the team, just couldn't quite get it there up against the red team's gate.
All right, so going down there, Weenus trying to get out of there is unsuccessful. So first blood going over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. And I will say, Mephisto, 27 stacks 2 minutes in on that Q quest. Absolutely just stacking that thing away is Beowulf.
Yes, he is getting great value out of that level 1 talent on Mephisto there, as the two teams just keep battling it out. Oh, and the rotation top, Tiger goes down!
Tiger snuck in there to try and get the kill on to Sonya there, but that great polymorph, and the team rotated up there. So great communication coming out from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. But the nice thing about Leoric is he is already back, not missing a whole heck of a lot. So I like the communication also coming from Clouded Minds. They saw the rotation top, they got the pick on Tiger, but they traded a half a wall for it, right? And then Leo's already back up, so heads up play by Clouded Minds there.
Very solid job, definitely, by the red team, Clouded Minds there, getting aggressive against that Mephisto, who can't really defend by himself here, but as the fight continues to break out down here, Chai missing a little Frost Nova there to lock in the Diablo, so he walks away scotch-free.
Yep, absolutely. So Venus does have the Diva Mech Explosion now. Will be able to provide some zoning for the team. Does eat the Polymorph for the team, trying to get some peel onto Vince Noir here. Yeah, just a lot of poking going on. Beowulf doing a great job at that. Will be able to provide a lot of that damage. Special Try finds himself low. Does go down. Horvath is able to stay alive long enough to get that Hyper Shift from the Brightwing. Venus does zone and create some space for the team there with that Diva Mech Explosion. And QQuest complete 347 in that game.
Man.
That may be a world record. I am not sure. But
That
Venus
is
finds
a very fast stack there. Venus in a little bit of trouble here as he gets slammed into the wall and deleted for Venus on the Diva there. Lost his mech and just trounced out. So
absolutely
blue team
double.
here.
Damn, in the chat, hello, Double Clouded Minds, go Weena, she says, love to see it. So, as you said, but we do see a majority of the Zergwave going over to Clouded Minds. So, you know, they are down 4 kills. We do see the flip over the wall onto Tiger, but we'll be able to Wraith Walk out of there. But they have the push potential up here in the top lane as they set sights on the top fort here.
Yep, and Clouded Minds After Dark pushes in a little bit too aggressively there, and Horvath able to punish Chai for moving in too close, flips him over, gets the kill.
All right, so again, 5 kills to none, but you know, all of the macro pressure is coming out from the side of Clouded Minds After Dark. And I think that's just take a peek down here. We do see Vince Noir just chunking away this Sonya for the health, but as both teams just rotate respectfully onto each one of their camps. But I think that's what we talked about here a little bit in these style of team comps between the two when we got started, where the team fight, oh my goodness, I can't even get a sentence done about these teams just wailing away on each other, and then it does Brightwing does go ahead and take down Vince Noir. But they do.
Yeah, these two teams are staying super aggressive and super in each other's faces. You know, they're not letting any of the players really breathe here. As Vince was trying to retreat back to the wall there, gets picked off by the Brightwing and the Sonya.
Alrighty, in this little break there, Punisher, thank you so much for the Prime sub, my friend. I appreciate you more than you know. So in comes the Diablo combo. Again, Polymorph coming out here onto Special Chai. Just trying to do the best that he can, jumping on the backline. Does somehow, I don't know how that root did not hit Jaina there. That was a tiptoe. I mean, there was no, I don't think there was a Polymorph, or I'm sorry, not a Polymorph, but a Cleanse there. All I saw was the Spell Shield.
Yeah, no, I think that ability has a little bit of a bug to it. I've noticed that I've missed quite a few of those Frost Blasts myself on Arthas. But as the fight continues to rage on, Chai steps in to get Venus out to safety as Clouded Minds is just getting super pressured down here. Really low health bars. Horvath dives in with the Shadow Charge, and Chai goes down from Beowulf diving in with the Lightning Ring there, just keeping the pressure on. As you see, Clouded Minds' wall goes down, and the turrets don't have very much health to live here.
No, absolutely, and just an insane amount of poke damage coming out, especially into an Arthas who already has range issues, no real gap closer or anything like that, but out comes Endurance of Hate. Here is that Wombo combo. Temps not online for Clouded Minds. Down goes Venus, does get the Diva Mech Explosion out, but does not get some damage done, but not enough to secure any kills as they look to just try and catch level 10s here. 8 kills, 2-0 in favor of Cool Kittens taking up a peek up here at the top, and in comes that Brightwing. There is that global pressure to make this a 2v1 fight. Make it unfair. Respect the 1v1.
Yeah, with Brightwing floating around there, it's going to be tough for Tiger to be fighting on his own up there, because as you see, when the Sonya gets low, Brightwing can come in and save as Clouded Minds does get a counter kill themselves finally on the Diablo, able to pressure them back off the point and reclaim bottom here.
All right, and that's kind of what they needed. They did get a kill. They are down, so that will push them forward into catching back up on the soak. They're not, necessarily down structurally, just, I guess XP wise. But Special Shy hiding in the bush does step up into that Diablo here. Out comes the Endurance of Fate, does catch Venus again. Out comes the Polymorph. Just a ton of CC coming out here. Does get the flip, but Baby Diva will run away. But Vincent Noir awfully low. Jaina getting the double kill with the mech there. Polymorph out onto Special Shy again. We do see Diablo stepping up. We do see the poke damage coming out from Beowulf. Does blink back, and then just are in a commanding lead here. Does get the Polymorph Diablo combo. That is really impressive coming out into Clouded Minds here.
Yeah, in the top lane, we've got Tiger in a little bit of trouble with some super low health bar. Crazy for Haruno's kind of doing some bullying, and we might see him go down as he marches away from the kill. Can he? Nope, he is definitely put down. Finally, Crazy for Haruno could get that kill secured, and Cool Cats and Kittens walk away with most of the objective here. A very hard push coming in top against Clouded Minds here.
Absolutely. These teams are just brawling it out. Out comes the Endurance of Hate on to Zamara there, and then on top of that is the Polymorph. We do see the Lightning Breath coming out from the Diablo. Not going to be able to position far enough forward to secure any of those kills, but they will make quick work of the spot lane here. I think they could leave Jaina and just go ahead and rotate top, but with a Sonian, she does enough siege damage by herself here where they can just look to counter push this and look at maybe both forts and some keep structure.
Yeah, definitely good call here by Cool Cats and Kittens, able to keep the pressure on. One thing I did want to point out, if we don't get too much brawling more going on here, it looks like they are going to keep base checking each other here in bottom lane, though. They do not want to let up here as the teams just keep going at it. Venus dropping the mech bomb to try and clear out some space. Horvath just doesn't care as he stands and eats it. Keeps giving some more fire stomps in here, and these two teams just really going blow for blow.
Yeah, they do not want to give us a break here to catch our breath or talk about anything else that's going on. Horvath just walking around here in the back line, but I think that will be it. But we do see Tiger going to go ahead and chase down Haruno up here, trying to play this little game of chicken here, and around and around we go. We do see Sonya is going to be able to sneak on out of there, so well done.
Definitely able to walk out safe. I do like this Fire Stomp build coming out from Horvath here, especially on a map like Braxis. You can get quite a bit more value here with a little bit more wave clear from Diablo, even though he doesn't really have a whole lot. But generating, the spell damage and then coupling that with his Lightning Breath heroic instead of the normal APOC. You can see that Cool Cats and Kittens have a lot of lockdown with the Jaina slows, the Endurance of Hate coming out from Mephisto, and the leap from the Sony. Oh no, she went rapidly berserker there. So, but they still do have the polymorph from the Brightwing. As another fight continues to break out, Tiger's getting super low. March of the Death King keeps him alive, but Diablo just breaks out that Lightning Breath and really works down the health bars, but Zamara here able to keep her team alive as Clouded Minds pressures back Cool Cats and Kittens on the bottom lane here, kind of taking back over.
Absolutely, that was a 2-for-1 trade there. Great Horrify coming out from Vincent Noir to disengage the team. The one kill was Diablo, so they did trade souls for that. But absolutely, what a bloodbath and a great team fight coming out from Clouded Minds there. They didn't have 13s at the start of that, but a great defense there. And Tiger just jumping in the back line there with a March of the Black King. But they do need to set their sights up here on the top lane. This all through that scrap in the bot lane. This camp was pushing up here in the top and got more than half of the top keep health.
Yeah, great timing from Cool Cats and Kittens here, and Haruno just pressuring that top lane while pushing that camp forward. As the fight ensued bottom, they did sacrifice a couple deaths there in Diablo's souls, but to each their own, right? As long as you get some value on the map, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So 16's not quite online. It should be here passively. Taking a look at the kills, 13-3 in favor. Out comes the Diablo charge onto Tiger. The rest of the team is here, but they're going to set their sights onto that fort. We'll probably just have some peeling and some zoning coming out from Horvath here. Not going to probably be able to pressure Leoric. We'll be able to Wraith Walk out, but it's not going to be far enough. Does pop the March on the Black King, but the team is sticky. They do get the pick out on to Tiger. They are holding bot channel, so we will probably see the ring around the rosy here from the side of hold on here, hold on to your butts. We do
Just
see
a little
the
bit of
unstoppable
aggressive rotation as the Horrify comes out, but Diablo's Lightning Breath keeps him in position while holding that vision for his team. They jump on Weenus once again. It looks like Cool Cats and Kittens are looking to just punish Weenus, trying to jump in their backline over and over again. Crazy for Haruno, chasing down Zamora in the backline, gets the kill on Zamora. There they go. The teams are falling apart here as Cool Cats and Kitten is just tearing CMAD apart in this fight as they get the 3-for-1 trade and a lot more pressure on the map, it looks like.
All right, absolutely. So we do see Tiger going to go ahead and rotate down bottom, grab that channel point, but the rest of the team will be there. I expect to maybe see a boss call here, perhaps, with 3 dead from Clouded Mines, but the thing is they are pre-level 16, so the death timers are not that bad. In comes the 2v1. We do get the stun coming out on to that Sony to keep the spin to win down, but in comes Libidium. The Polymorph does come out onto Weenus the Silence to follow up, but does have Diva Mech Explosion. Expect to see that here to create some more space, but does get Polymorph, not able to pop that, but out comes the all-in comes Tiger with the March of the Black King. Great trait pop from Zamar to top Weenus back off, but Beowulf is chasing him down. Tiger in the backline does not live to tell the tale, and that will be a successful recap in the top lane from Cool Cats and Kittens.
You can really see Sonya's slam build coming online here and on display in that last fight against the Diva and Leo as she just chunked away their health bars. And Cool Cats and Kittens steal the siege camp away on the top right side here.
All right, so they
don't.
Oh my gosh! So my ping must be bad because they they were able to catch that boss here, so they do get the majority of the objective. They look to try and maybe cancel this. Polymorph coming out on it to Leoric the Silence to follow suit. Down goes Tiger. Weenus is in here as well. Does go ahead and pop the explosion. Great disengage fear coming out from the side of CMAD, but I think the boss is still going to go over to Cool Cats and Kittens, and this thing will rotate bottom, I believe, since that is kind of follows the same principle as the objective of the Punisher's own BOE.
Yep, whatever lane has more structure health in it, the boss will lead to, as you see it go that way. And Cool Cats and Kittens just keeping that pressure on, able to get the top keep here with that camp that was pushing top as the teams were fighting over boss. And the Zerg wave is looking to pressure in on core as Chai goes down in the Zerg wave. Clouded Mines After Dark, super low health bars there. Zamara goes down as well. Weenus barely hanging on to the mech. Vince trying to stay healthy back there, but a little too far out to create too much pressure on him. Tiger goes down, the Zerg wave on, and it looks like GG's going out to Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, absolutely, and just, you know what, that's a Braxis game if I've ever seen one. Really snowbally, depending on whoever gets the first objective. It's real tough. It's real tough to come back, especially in Braxis holdout. So, taking a look at the stats here, so one thing I was really impressed with is I know a lot of people take poison damage into the Brightwing, but I feel like Clouded Mines had a hard time securing any sort of kills. But like to your point, Libidium, just an amazing Brightwing player. Only 4 deaths. That Brightwing, and then a lot of them was Diablo with souls, and I think both times he died with full souls, so he was back pretty early in some of those team fights.
Definitely, yeah. Libidium making some big plays here. I really like Crazy for Haruno's Sonya play there in the top lane. Super strong solo play, able to keep pressure on that top portion of the map, which really forced Clouded Mines into some bad rotations for them, I think, causing some, trying to create some outnumbered fights bot lane that didn't really go too much in their favor the way that I think they would have liked to see.
Yeah, I mean, Sonya is just an amazing hero. I think if she's not first picked, I think she needs to be banned, which is tough kind of in this competitive environment. You kind of have to pick your poison of what you kind of let through to certain people, but, Beowulf's Mephisto just absolutely just shrekking 16, 14, and 0 stat line there. Really honoring that KDA there. 88,000 hero damage done. And that's Q build. Finished Q quest at 3
Really
minutes in.
putting out the damage there on that Cloud and Mines team. Unfortunately for Cloud and Mines, but fortunately for Beowulf, really padding his stats in this one with that 16-14-0 stat line, like you said.
Yeah. Alrighty. So let's jump over to the talents here. So standard pretty much build from the Brightwing here. Sonya was that slam build. I've been seeing Battle Rage more often than not. Coming out from Sonya is probably for the heal. I guess in that particular matchup, she's not necessarily the camper, but she can. But yeah, Battle Rage does get picked up here. Same thing with Arcane Intellect on the Jaina. And, seeing Double Mage, like, it can work. A lot of people don't like to see it. But at the same time, if you're hitting your abilities and the enemy team's dying, I don't. Obviously, it worked for Cool Cats and Kittens.
Definitely, and I think when you have a mage like Mephisto, it's a lot different. It's a similar play style to like what Orphea is in a way. Orphea has a lot more burst than Mephisto does, I think. But she can keep putting on the damage with her ability to weave in and out of the fight and just keep hammering the auto attacks. Same thing with Mephisto with his shade, diving in, launching all of his abilities out there, getting a bunch of auto attacks in, able to create that sustained constant damage that you're looking for out of like a normal auto attacker or a standard auto attacker, as Jaina's able to just fire away her abilities and really hone in on bursting people down to low health pools, so that Cool Cats and Kittens were able to finish off those kills. You could see crazy for Haruno on that Sonya, chasing a lot of those kills down there in the team fights, as Clouded Minds began to get low health pools there.
Right, and Libidium with standard Brightwing build. I guess, like I said, most you usually do see the hyper shift, but the polymorph build is great, and then the Q build. At least I'm an old school Brightwing player where the Q build was the build, outside of, I guess, potentially Bribe, but I never took Bribe anyway. GG's, well played and well done from Cool Cats and Kittens here. Looks like we have a lobby up already. This is some spice. Love to see it. If I can get in here, maybe. There we go. So as we just hop in here, love to see it. Alrighty, so as we wait, let's jump over to us. So actually, we're already over to us. I was gonna go ahead and pull up the maps. So the ball, after the game 1 loss there, the ball is over into Clouded Minds After Dark's court. They opted to choose this map. They want a map pick again, and they're taking us to Garden of Terror, new into the map pool this particular season. I've seen Clouded Minds play on this particular map. It's a comfortable map. I like this map, but I understand some people's hesitation. I hate, I know it's no secret to anyone, I hate Brax's Holdout. I wish that map would go away. Please bring back Sky Temple, because Sky Temple, in my opinion, is a fun particular map. Like Towers of Doom, you don't have to kill the core directly, right? You can win without putting any sort of damage onto the core.
For sure.
With your hero abilities. So I think it's just another way to win a game, and it's a macro heavy map. So
yeah, and I like that on Sky Temple you can do some kind of crazy cheesy stuff too. A lot of people like to go Sylvanas to create pressure. Some will pick Asmodan on that map and just AFK in the top lane and run it down. And so you can see some really cool stuff happen on that map. Murky tends to come out and shine on that map as well. So really fun stuff. I would have to agree. I would love to see Sky Temple back in the rotation, especially over Braxis. But once again, Braxis is fun. You can get those matches like what we just saw, where they're a complete bloodbath and constant fighting and face checking each other. So you can't complain too much about that. But yeah, definitely a major snowballing map, and that was very much on display that last game, I think.
Yeah, we absolutely just mentioned about playing ARAMs, and these teams essentially gave us an ARAM there in the bot lane. So quite a different story here for Garden of Terror. A lot of camps on this particular map. Sonya, I would assume, is going to be banned here from the side of Clouded Minds. Anything else? Any other different target bans coming out here? Or on your notes and your knowledge from both of these teams, maybe some different heroes coming out here?
I noticed that it looked like Clouded Minds was looking to ban some of the mage heroes out from Cool Cats and Kittens. I'd like to see a little bit of a healer choke trying towards Levidium. He's there, or they are a very great player, especially like on that Brightwing. Like I said, they're a very solid Stugov player. I think they can flex out onto like the Uther and Anduins as well.
Mm-hmm.
So super flexible. Maybe try and get them off of that power pick in the Brightwing. And if Clouded Minds can maybe steal the Sonya here. I know that they like to play it as well, and they look to be pretty strong on it. So,
all right. Well, it will have to. So, Cool Cats and Kittens did first pick Sonya. First pick is theirs again. So I don't know if we see Sonya make it all the way through this time, but perhaps. I mean, maybe it's just something that they just decided to let go there. And there's that Mephisto. I do not blame them at all whatsoever. Like, to your point, I know we were having that little bit of that discussion between Orphea and Mephisto. It's tough because I think damage wise, I think they're pretty similar, but I just think the ease of execution, or like just Mephisto's damage, can be kind of scattered at best, I think, in a lot of situations, unless you're real good at hitting those electric hula hoops. But yeah, there's that Chromie band going to come out again. I don't blame them at all. Can really stall on this particular objective. But then we do see the Sony band coming out this time. So not looking to first pick this. Wait, hold on. Is this backwards? Or did I get it backwards? Maybe I looked at it incorrectly.
No, Cool Cats and Kittens did ban out the Sonya there, which is a little odd. They definitely had a great showing on the Sonya. She can be great for Merc camping here. Looks like Sonya and the Hogger band come out against Clouded Minds here, but it looks like Clouded Minds actually is getting the first pick. So I want to say that Cool Cats and Kittens are the ones that took us to Garden of Terror here.
Oh, right, that is. Well, that's the part that I meant. I think I screwed up there. I thought
there is always
Cloud of Mind shows this map. But we do see the first pick, Arlo here. Did get banned away from Zamara there in game number 1, but it was banned third and final. So, what kind of battery could we be looking at here? Maybe a Gul'dan again, maybe a Vala. Do they go Cho'Gall?
I would love to see the Cho'Gall. I don't think it'll be showing on this map in particular. A little bit too big of a map for Cho'Gall to be playing in. But you do see Cool Cats and Kittens steal the Gul'dan away from Vince from Clouded Minds. And the Brightwing pickup again, Lebidium just so strong on that hero. I think it's a mistake for Clouded Minds to let that hero through, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, unless if Zamara doesn't play the Brightwing, I mean, unfortunately, only have 2 bans, but, taking a hero away from somebody is just as good as a ban. But here we go. We do see Diablo switching sides this time, and Vince Noir going to go ahead and grab that Tassadar. Tassadar, a great mage, kind of immobile. Has to stand still to channel that Q, but a lot of poke damage coming out there. And Gaslow making it to the 3rd bans there.
Once again, respect towards Weenus with the Gaslow ban. I don't know if Weenus will be able to play that hero at all again this season. He did have some great showings with the hero, but I do like the pickup of Tassadar with the Diablo there. The Tychus ban from Clouded Minds is very smart, as they have Diablo as their tank. You don't want Tychus chunking away your frontline wall there in Diablo.
So still need a tank, still need maybe some offlaners here, maybe a sustained damage dealer coming out from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens. I love Rainer. Rainer's always good. Greymane could work here as well. But a lot of dive. Picking the confidence coming out from Chai, picking Diablo into a Brightwing is very well. I mean, you kind of dive in, try to get the combo off, and then you're just waiting for a polymorph there. But Mei and Hanzo, I love a Hanzo, a good Hanzo player as well.
Yeah, Hanzo here can be on a double-edged blade, right? With when you're fighting into a Diablo, because Diablo can get to you very rapidly with that shadow charge, and if you're trying to hug the walls to jump away from the battle for dangerous areas, Diablo can capitalize on it. And you see Tiger pick up the Dahaka and Weenus on the Orphea, so another double mage composition here, Dax. And like I talked about there, Orphea and Mephisto, kind of those mages that you can slot in there for that sustained damage. And the Vikings pick from
baby. So we got some spice.
Yes. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna see some interesting stuff. So Cool Cats and Kittens has a pretty solid 4-man here, able to enable that Vikings pick. What do you think about the drafts here, Dax?
So I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth. Again, I'm trying to still wrap my head around some of these double mage comps. But, I mean, we do have the Vikings going to get picked up here, but Tiger did go ahead and grab the Dahaka. So globals, I do know, give the Vikings some fits. And the siege damage wise, I mean, I think that's what you really want to do against the Vikings is just kind of maybe pick one lane and just siege it as hard as you possibly can. And they will be able to do that, I think, with the damage dealers they have. But, come the late game, like, they may have their hands full with this team from Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, I agree. And I would think that Cool Cats and Kittens may want to try to force the early game advantage here with the XP soak. But on as far as the team announcements go here, on the left side we have Cool Cats and Kittens as our blue team, Beowulf on that Hanzo. Crazy for Haruno is our Vikings player today. Descalada rocking the Gul'dan, stealing it away from Clouded Minds there. Horvath on May, and Libidium once again on Brightwing.
All right, and over on the right-hand side, looking to take us to a Game 3 is Clouded Minds After Dark with Vince Noir on that Tassadar Tiger, on the Dahaka Zamara, on the Ariel, Special Chai on the Diablo, and Venus on Orphea.
Well, looks like the teams are going to be a little more passive to start this one out for us, Dax, as they're just looking to grab that soak mid lane and then rotate out to their respective lanes. Obviously, Cool Cats and Kittens here sticking with the 4-man straight down mid, running it down as they're able to. And Eric the Swift picked off down here by Venus, kind of punishing that low health bar right away out the gates.
Yep, absolutely. We'll have to force the team down here to catch this soak, so I like that play by Venus, and opting to keep Tassadar in the mid, trying to get stacks on the queue there. So Orphea, has decent wave clear with that level 1 ancestral strength, and she has some decent sustain as well, coming from the auto attacks. So. So we'll be able to kind of be that pseudo offlaner. Taking a look at some level 1 talents, we do see the simple geometry coming out from the Hanzo. Down goes a Viking again. So we do see a possible invade pings are coming out. Special Try hide in the bush does get the wall bang out onto that May. Out comes the Blizzard. The triple blind coming out as well. In comes the Brightwing, but not enough to get the invade there. In comes they did bait out the hyper shift from the Brightwing there, so like all in all, just a good trade from Clouded Minds there.
Definitely there, and Tiger was able to pick off another one of the Vikings top lane as that fight started to break out. Cool Cats and Kittens here got their mid siege camp pushing through mid lane, but it didn't really get too far as Clouded Minds gets there to clear it out free.
All right, so we do see Viking Bribery coming out here at level 1. So they need to take their camps essentially on cooldown on the side of Clouded Minds, or just, unfortunately maybe lose them to the Vikings.
I think if they're able to continue to clear those camps out pretty rapidly like they did their mid, they might be okay giving up some of them. I would say that they want to do your strategy there, though, Dax, and keep on top of their camp rotations as they do get their mid siege, as the seed is about to spawn here.
Alrighty, so here we go. Zamara sitting at a full hope bar for this team fight. Is going to go ahead and use it at the top of the rest of the team off. We do see 2 members of Cool Cats and Kittens going to rotate on here. We do see the pack cap from Beowulf here. It doesn't look like Clouded Minds wants to try and delay this. Nope, it does go over the way. Out comes the icing and the blizzard coming out from May. No one gets caught into that, so just easy trade here coming out from both teams.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprising play there from Clouded Minds. You would think that they would want to pressure that seed a little bit more, knowing that they're against the Vikings, but maybe just seeing that they were out of position, gave it up quickly, knowing they couldn't get to it without putting themselves in danger, so they continue to match the soak of the Vikings.
So we do have Race Car Dahaka coming out here from a Tiger, so even if Z is off cooldown, a lot of bushes on this particular map that he can kind of rotate pretty quickly and pretty safely here. So Camp's going to get picked up from both sides respectfully, but in comes Horvath looking to invade this. Nope, just getting some vision for the team, but out comes the Polymorph and the Blizzard and the amazing icing boot back into it. Great combo from the May there, and they do secure the kill onto Special Chai.
Yeah, definitely good pickoff there in the middle as they continue to pressure this wall in as well. And Vikings continues to just put pressure on the outside lanes, soaking there. And the second seed pops. Cool Cats and Kittens quick to the seed as Beowulf starts the cap, and the rest of the team keeps the monsters off of them, and second seed goes to Cool Cats and Kittens.
Right, and I like this call coming out from Clouded Minds here. I mean, they are winning the soak game against the Vikings. I don't think Venus has left this lane yet, pressuring the wall pretty hard down here in the bot lane as the counter push is going in on top. Horvath's going to get low, but not enough damage to take them down, but they do lose a Viking in the process. Nice defense coming out from the side of Clouded Minds there.
I like that play a lot there. Venus definitely able to keep the pressure on bot lane. Haruno not able to really do much with Eric the Swift down there. Maybe should switch up what Vikings down there and get some help, I would say. But we'll see what happens as the game progresses. The third seed is about to spawn, and it looks like Clouded Minds is going to aggressively position for this one here.
Yeah, they can't opt to give this one. Last time I looked, I think it was like a 70% win rate to the team that gets the first, just the first 3 on this particular map. It may have gone downhill since then, but I know like it's a very snowballing map as well. So Tiger just getting really poked down there, losing a ton of health, but looking to jump on the backline here. Needs to be careful not to get caught out, but in comes Special Chai, does get the combo onto Libidium. Libidium is awfully low. Tiger jumping in the backline with all that speed from that bush, does secure the kill, but will trade. Actually, no, that's a 2-for-0 trade in favor of Clouded Minds.
Great team fight there for Clouded Minds, knowing that they could take the advantage of the 5 versus 4 and pressuring out Libidium without his movement there. Couldn't really get out of it, and they pick him off quick and down with the Mei right after.
Absolutely. So Dahaka is going to go ahead and dig top just to try and maybe catch out Olaf here, trying to push this wall, but getting all the damage done here as well. The rest of the teams, we do see down they go to that tower shots there, but we do see Clouded Minds a little off, particularly with the camp that was pushing mid. But 10's online for both teams. We do see Mei jumping in here. Special Chai going to go ahead and talk. Does hit that 8-pop combo. The Unstoppable does get popped by the Mei, but out comes an amazing black hole, catching 4 members of Cool Cats and Kittens. But out comes the Ice Wall. Out comes the meme arrow from Hanzo. Stasis getting popped by Zamaro. Well done onto Special Chai there. He does live to fight, but Tiger coming in as fast as possible. As a Dahaka, in comes the CC chain from Clouded Minds, and they do get a pick onto Mei.
Great pick there as Vikings is out of the lane looking to grab a couple camps here. It keeps Clouded Minds in this game as this seed is about to pop once again. And here they go, taking out Baylock here. Can they get him? Not quite. They do pressure him back out of there as Clouded Minds sets up and gets ready to snag this seed as well.
All right, so we do see the second one. Does he have the cancel there? Looks like Tiger will go ahead and forego that channel. Does land the tongue onto Tiger. Out comes the phase shift to disengage any side of it. We do see Diablo split off here. Down goes a Viking. Special Chai just running as fast as possible. Tiger is in here to help as well. Out comes the Dragon Arrow from Hansen to kind of make space. They do get the kill onto Tiger. Vince Noir looks to be next, getting chased down by a Viking. Down they go. That is a 2 trade. Make it 3. How about 4 with a polymorph onto Special Chai? Down they go, and only Venus is left alive just down here clearing the camp. So unfortunately this will be the 3rd and final channel, and first objective going over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, and I really like this subtle play here by Cool Cats and Kittens to step over to Clouded Mind's side and snag this siege camp as the seed is getting gathered. And you can see they're grabbing their top siege camp as well with all the bodies that they have in the Vikings. They're able to send them around and get those before and tag those camps before the objective really pops here. So we'll see how much pressure they can get on the lanes as the Terrors advance up against the top and middle fort. Venus doing a great job of keeping the bottom lane pushed out.
Chase is. I don't want to interrupt you, but the chase is onto Tiger here. We do see the full team rotate up here. Did try and run away. We did see the Hanzo leap over the wall, and unfortunately, they do pick off Tiger here. So, unfortunately, that will be the top 4 down. Like I said, Venus is doing a great job chunking this away, and Haruno. So they should be able to save the fort here. Tacit are doing a great job as well. So potentially only losing 1 fort here, but just the siege damage coming out from the side of Cool Cats and Kittens with that Hanzo and that Gul'dan. They may look to take the mid fort here as well.
Yeah, the top fort does go down. I think all in all, a pretty good defense by Cloud and Mines here, knowing what was at stake here and what was facing them, as the team did all go down right before that objective did pop.
All right, and Weenus just go ahead and just get some scouting done. Love to see it. Out comes the Hanzo arrow. Weenus does jump in on here. Out comes the APOC combo. Down goes Hanzo. We do see Libidium is going to go ahead and hit that Oh, just another black hole coming out. Libidium does go down, and unfortunately that phase shift was not enough to create space there by that Brightwing, and they do claim their camp back and down 13. Oh, I'm sorry, they did have 13s now, hitting that double kill. Kill count back up to 6 each for each team respectfully, and yeah, I mean Cloud and Mines isn't going down without a fight here. Here comes the polymorph, out comes the combo, but an amazing fear coming out from Desolata there. But Zamara the chase is on. The special tie doesn't have the charge to finish that off, but down goes. Oh, there goes. Does end up hitting the charge onto the May. Does pop the ice block, but the whip into the well, in comes the hyper shift to top, May back off, and these teams are just brawling away down here in the bot lane.
Just another bloodbath down here, Dax, as the two teams just duke it out left and right. The Vikings trying to get pressure out of the lanes, and Weenus is looking to hunt for this Baylog. Lost him in the bush there, it looks like, though.
But I like this call. They're going to go ahead and maybe try and defend their mid fort here. Going to go ahead and grab this camp. Down goes another Viking. Special Chai may just try and stall this if at all possible. We do see the Scatter Arrow quest is going to be completed in the last team fight. We did see Dahaka go ahead and finish the level 1 Brush Stalker quest. But oh no, Weenus does get caught out there by the Vikings, but Tiger is up here as well to help try and take this camp. 16's just shy from being online for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens, but I like this call halfway there for the side of Cloud and Mines. But this particular seed really doesn't give anything over to Cool Cats and Kittens. They already have one themselves, so here's the opportunity to catch back up in soak and on levels into a Vikings team.
Yeah, definitely okay to give that seed up and let them get that, get a quick kill on one of the Vikings, hopefully get caught back up on XP here. Tiger in a little bit of trouble, does pop the health regen and hides in the bush after snagging a kill on Baylog there. We'll see as the teams just kind of rotate around and get the camps elsewhere to keep the Vikings obviously from pressuring the side of Cloud and Mines, and Cool Cats and Kittens picking up their respective camps to keep the pressure going in the opposite direction.
Alrighty, so here we go. It is camp time for both these teams. Out comes the Polymorph and the Blind coming out from the side, but an amazing fear trying to separate Special Chai here. Out comes the Dragon Arrow, out comes the APOC combo, and Desolata finds himself in a little trouble. Out comes the Black Hole. Ice Wall does come out as well. The Polymorph onto Weenus. Weenus does find himself a little bit low. Great heal coming out from Zamara. The Ice Block coming out from May. Great patience coming out from Special Chai. Out comes the Crushing Jaws to secure the kill onto that May, and a nice team fight from the side of Cloud and Mines there. And that's
great heroic combos out there from Chai and Weenus. Chai setting up the initial kill in the fight, and then Weenus helping finish off the May there with that Crushing Jaws into everyone else just smothering that poor May on Horvath, poor guy.
Alright, so we do see this camp go ahead and push bottom as all the resources are put up top. Libidium is down here as well to try and help put some pressure on to this bot keep. While Tiger left alone up there in the top lane should make quick work of these Giants. I believe he should have Dig up and available. Let's take a peek here. Nope, 38 seconds on a Brush Stalker, so we'll not be able to join this team fight, but should make quick work. Looks like we do see Special Chai sniff out that Vikings vision, but in comes Libidium, in comes Beowulf. Maybe, oh, okay, here comes the zoning potential from the Dragon Arrow. They're going to take this just fine, no problem. Are going to be able to heal it up, and no successful invade.
Yeah, Chai able to pop his soul shield there and just kind of eat that Dragon Arrow, no problem, as he stays sitting on the camp and making sure to secure it for the red team in Cloud and Mines there. Looks like the teams are just going to keep rotating respectively out, get set up for this middle seed here. If Cloud and Mines can get this seed, they can definitely get some pressure back in their favor, but a Horrify coming out to set up a kill, hopefully on Special Chai. The Ice Wall misses, but they do secure the kill on Chai there, as Cool Cats and Kittens were able to smother him, smother that Diablo player up, and take them out On the backside here, Venus is fighting a couple of the Vikings, and his team is fleeing for their life as Beowulf charges in the black hole, able to disengage there. Venus re-engaging, and probably not looking great on that one as the Blizzard drops down, slows him, and they pick him off. Dragon Arrow coming in to chase the team back down as Cool Cats and Kittens continues to just relentlessly pressure this map and keep Clouded Minds from being able to catch back up.
Poor special try tried to back there, and in comes Horvath just with that auto attack to cancel that.
No.
Just some funny stuff here, but yeah, Cool Cats and Kittens setting up the bot lane here, looking to potentially get a win condition here by chunking away this key, but in comes the rest of Clouded Minds to push them back here a little bit and stall that out. But 20 is just about to come online for the side of CCK here, so we will have to see. Clouded Minds is just going to have to like carefully soak. I mean, top lane, Tiger's doing a great job keeping the pressure just at least squared away up there in the top, but looks like they're going to have all of their camps taken, so they will, like I said, just have to soak carefully. But unfortunately, this could potentially be the last objective of the game here if it does go over to the side of Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, definitely a very important objective here for both teams as Clouded Minds looks to try to relieve pressure on the map here. The teams both squaring up as Horvath just gently poking Tiger and Venus out here, trying to zone them away. And Cool Cats and Kittens able to push Clouded Minds out a little bit and reset up themselves and take the advantageous position here with the level 20s.
Alright, so here we go. Out comes the T-Fight Crate zoning coming out from the May here. We do see the try to get the back hat from the Vikings here, but out comes that Ice Wall and that Fear combo, but out comes Black Hole to disengage. Out comes Crushing Jaws. Is going to catch Desolata there. Out comes the APOC as well, but trying to disengage there is the Brightwing. We do find Samara off the low, trying to live in the backline, but out. Unfortunately, they do get caught out there a little bit. Diablo does get caught out as well, trying to peel out for Vince Noir. Vince Noir trying to trade into this Dahaka. I'm sorry, but not Dahaka, but the Gul'dan. But Gul'dan has such self-sustain, and down goes Diablo as well. That is the channel here, and it looks like we will head bottom here and potentially look to end Game 2 and the series here is Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, definitely looking to pressure this bottom lane in and take it to the core as you see Horvath advancing very aggressively, teeing up on the core right now. Another member of Clouded Minds went down just before that as it leaves Tiger, this solo member, up to defend. Doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot that he can do here though, as you see the core just melting down as Cool Cats and Kittens were able to take the 2-0 sweep against Clouded Minds after dark.
Yeah, absolutely. And those games felt a lot closer than what I think the 2-0 represents. You know, a lot of brawling. Unfortunately, just a lot of the team fights went over in favor of Cool Cats and Kittens there. And I'm not sure if it was a team comp situation, because I think, you know, we saw kind of, I don't want to say a disconnect between the May and the Gul'dan, but both those particular ults kind of seemed to get used at the same time, and whether the Horrify didn't go off properly because someone was caught in an Ice Wall or vice versa there, where the Horrify kind of scattered them to make that go off there. But yeah, much closer there in the kill count there, 14-10 in favor of Cool Cats and Kittens.
Yeah, definitely much closer game here. Didn't feel as snowbally. The fights were definitely a lot more evened out. I just think that constant pressure from the Vikings throughout each objective, you know, holding Venus in the lane each time on that Orphea, he was able to provide a lot of damage there when they were able to get the 5 vs 4 advantages. But, you know, Cool Cats and Kittens able to pull out the win there with just constant map pressure on Clouded Minds, and they were never able to get up for air.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look just at the soak here, I mean, just Haruno, 24,000, but toggling by this, then, you know, Dahaka, Orphea, and then Tacit are the next 3. So, you know, just a heads-up play by Clouded Minds there, realizing that they can't lose soak, or it's going to be rough come the late game. But, like, I think to your point, where Venus had to, I think there was a couple unfortunate teammate deaths there where he was kind of forced to stay in the bot lane. But, you know, maybe a different, I know Falstad was banned there, but maybe potentially a different style of global there to maybe deal with that Vikings. But it's tough playing into the Vikings, especially a good Vikings player.
Yeah, definitely Haruno showing a little bit of flexing skill there in the offlane on the Sonya first game, and then the one what most would call a meme pick in the Vikings, showing people how to create that constant map pressure and how it can really be advantageous for your team.
Yeah, I mean, if they're holding that to the back pocket till playoffs, I know some teams do that, but kind of showing it here a little bit. You may not get to see Garden of Terror, or if you get to see Garden of Terror, may not get to see Vikings.
Yeah,
As
definitely.
well.
They have shown the Vikings one other time this season. They did win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not a surprising pick, but definitely a fun one, and especially here on the Garden of Terror, you're able to make it work.
All right. So before we reach out to see if we can get an interview, anything you want to point out for the talents here?
It looks like Chai did go with that Fire Stomp build on the Diablo as well. But they coupled it with the APOC ult there instead of the Lightning Breath. A little different there. Usually, when you see the Fire Stomp Diablo, they like to go with the Lightning Breath to help cause damage. I don't think that there's as much lockdown from their team, so I'm guessing that the APOC was for that, that team fight setup there. Um, but just some pretty solid stuff from both teams here. Talent wise, nothing too awful crazy. I think there were a lot of great horrifies coming out from Descolada, even though, like you did point out, the ice walls and horrifies not really syncing well with each other. But there were quite a few horrifies to disengage or engage for the side of Cool Cats and Kittens there.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm not too familiar with Vikings builds.
Hmm.
Like I said, bribe. Now, Cloud Mines did a great job until like the very end, late game when they were kind of pushed out. But keeping their camps rolling on cooldown, so keeping the Vikings from at least essentially not having a level one talent. I'd love to
Yeah,
see it. But
yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah. All in all, just good GGs from both these teams. Cloud and Mines is a great team here, and unfortunately, just kind of didn't fall their way here tonight.
Yep, definitely a fun matchup to watch from both teams. Great games, well played from all players involved in the matches tonight, and you know, pretty tight there on that second game. It could have easily gone to a game three. Just a couple of those fights did not fall the way of Cloud and Mine's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so it looks like we do have Beowulf sitting in lobby one here, ready for an
Great,
interview. So we'll jump in there.
perfect.
All righty. Well, congratulations and GG's Beowulf to you and your team for the 2-0 victory over Clouded Mines.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you? How are you and your squad feeling after that victory?
We're feeling really good. They played great. We played a really clean series, and we had a break week because we unfortunately lost a team out of the division. So no game for us last week, and the week before that we got 2-0'd. So this was really good to come back, get back in the groove of things, and hit the ground running.
Yeah, absolutely. Like sometimes a break is kind of warranted. Sometimes it is nice to just try and clear your head a little bit. I know, like you kind of get that thought process in your head where it might, the rust might settle in, but there was no rust at all here from you guys here in this game. I think both games were played pretty cleanly. But we could start with game one. Casey, any questions from game one that you want to start off with?
Um, you know, I I would like to ask you one question, and you don't have to answer this one, Beowulf, but I did notice, last season when I had played against your team, you did take over the offlane. I think that Haruno played great in the offlane on the Sonya there in game one. Is that something in the off season that you guys kind of switched up that worked out better for your team because of team makeup moving up in the division? Um, or is that just something that happened in this series alone? Are you guys kind of toying around with or tinkering around with your positions as a team?
Yeah, we definitely did swap it up since last season. Since I'm the main shot caller for the team, having me in the off lane was making things a little awkward. So we, on the advice of our coach, we were like, he's like, listen, doesn't you can change who you shot call, or you can change what the positions are. And luckily, as shown, Hardno's got a mean off lane of their own, and
Yeah.
I don't mind the ranged heroes, so it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, really great swap for you guys. And now that you're mentioning that, it does definitely show as far as communication goes and team movements go. You guys were very crisp and clean on the rotations throughout both games, and camp grabbing, macro, all of that stuff. So very very well played to you guys.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, and you actually took my question there with the rotations. Like just, the rotations were nice and clean into a map like Braxis. The draft I think was well done by you guys. Did you see them gonna go ahead and go the triple front line? Is it something that I know you had banned a couple target bans with that Gaslow there, but just that draft was pretty clean from you guys there. Just curious on what your thoughts going into game number 1 was.
Yeah, game number 1 was interesting. We weren't expecting, at least I wasn't expecting, the triple front line after we took away the Hogger and the Gaslow. It really seemed like those were their power picks in those slots. So seeing that come out worked out well. Jaina's a little bit of a newer pick addition to our rotation, but certainly can put out a lot of damage on a front line. Yeah, we just felt really, really good going into the draft, denying what we thought were the power picks, and I think it paid off. I would not have wanted to play into Weenus's Hogger or Gaslow one bit. So
Very good call, I think, to avoid those picks there. One question I did have too was the double mage pick on game 1 there. I know it was a Mephisto, so there's a lot more sustained damage. Is that something that is pretty normal for you guys? Did the triple bruiser kind of spring up a little bit more of a bursty play style, thinking that you guys were going to try and take down one pick real quick and needing more damage, full frontal damage? Or is it just something that felt right in the moment and you guys wanted to roll with it?
yeah, it really felt right in the moment for the most part. I wouldn't say we say double mage, something we practice often. Don't try this at home, kids. But just looking at the way their draft came together, they didn't really have the threat to punish a double mage. Normally, sometimes there's a real heavy dive hero that you have to have a marksman to really zone off of your team. And they didn't really have that for us. So we were just able to go all in on killing everyone all at once or a single pick that we can lock down. And it turned out really well.
Nice. Yeah, it was really good. In the lockdown that you guys had coming out from, the Mephisto there, along with the Brightwing in that game 1, allowed Diablo to kind of flex to a more damage build there with the Fire Stomp and the Lightning Breath, which was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to play too. I can tell you that.
I know from experience as well.
Absolutely. All right, so heading into game 2, you guys had the choice of the map pick and chose Garden of Terror. We saw the Amazing Vikings coming out there. Was that the plan all along, that you wanted to go to a larger map and maybe flex on those Vikings and just really test Clouded Mind's macro play there?
We originally thought about taking them to a team fight map, another one after Braxis. It obviously worked out pretty well for us. But I just like Guard of Terror. Felt really good about it, and it just seemed in the moment like the way to go, especially since they ended up banning out Mephisto, so I wasn't going to have as much fun on another 2-lane map anyway.
No, I mean, your Mephisto was, going back to, I don't want to jump back to game 1, but you finished Q Quest in 3 minutes and 47 seconds. I don't know if that's a world record or not, but it felt pretty darn quick to get that done, yeah.
Yeah, it feels real good. Mephisto is just a ton of fun.
Now, do you always go Q build? Just out of curiosity, do you always go Q build, or do you sprinkle in some W build as well?
Yeah, it'll depend on the matchup. I think Q is the most fun personally for me, but that's the nice thing about Mephisto is he's got a lot of options in his talent tree now. So.
All right, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, any other questions for Beowulf before we let them go and back to celebrate with the team?
Yeah, one question for you, Beowulf. Dax and I were discussing earlier. If you were to go on a date night, would you pick tacos or sushi as the meal?
Ooh, that's a tough one, but I think I'd have to go with tacos. It's too versatile, right? Not every girl is a sushi girl, but every girl likes a good taco.
Sure.
Yeah, every man as well. And on that note, I would have to agree that I would pick tacos as well.
All right, good, good. We're
Alrighty.
in alignment here. I don't have to be even discussed.
Nope, absolutely not. All right. One more thing before we let you go, Beowulf, is shout outs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, first, got to shout out my team as always. Really great stuff. Really exciting. Sometimes I forget how much fun it is to play in these matches, especially since we had a little 2-week break there. So coming back into it, it's just always a blast playing with these guys. So shout outs to the team. Shout outs to anyone who showed up to watch the game. The Cool Cats and Kittens fan club. Hardo, thanks for showing up. #1 fan. That spot though could be contested. DM me on Discord. We'll see. Aside from that, gotta thank the casters. You guys make this the event, make it the fun, the thing that everyone gets to come and watch and cheer on for. So, thank you guys, and thank you to any other casters out there that are listening.
All right, absolutely. Well, again, GG's, and thank you for putting on the show. It was quite the bloodbath here in both these games. But again, thanks to you, and GG's to you and your team.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Alrighty, and then we'll call Casey right back. Hopefully we can connect this time. Big bucks, no whammies.
There we are.
Oh, awesome. Let me just get the pop-up so you can show your handsome face to everybody here in the chat. So, unfortunately, that will actually conclude your first ever NGS caster. Hey, I had an absolute blast casting with you. It felt like you were a veteran, like you've done it 1,000 times over. But Casey, for the people in the chat, if they don't know you and they don't follow you, man, what are you doing? Where can they find you? And what do you got going on?
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for having me co-cast. This was a blast to do. Thanks for the compliments. I don't feel like I was as smooth as what you're saying I did. But hopefully we can keep this fun train rolling. I can get a little bit more experience as the season rolls on, and maybe hone in on my caster skills and doing some other stuff too. As far as what I'm up to, I play a whole lot of HOTS for Clouded Minds. You can catch me in D West, where we will be taking on Vibe Check and one of my favorite teams of the division, Waiting on Cherry next week. So it should be a good fun time, and look out for those casts. I believe Weenus has one of them, and I can't remember who's casting our match yet. Dax, you recall?
I actually think Weenus did grab that one as well. I know.
Okay.
I think Weenus did grab that one, but yeah,
And I was right. Okay.
Yep, should be a fantastic matchup there. But again, you're more than welcome to co-cast with me anytime. Feel free to ask, or I will reach out to you and see what you got going on. But again, you found your way here. I am Dax, Dax_Hots, or here on Twitter as well. I'm sorry, as here on Twitch and on Twitter. But thank you for the raids. Thank you for the follows. I try and cast about 3 games a week here in NGS if I can. But if you like casted HOTS, you like NGS, go ahead and give a follow. I do stream some salty Storm League every once in a while. But most of the time it's practice. It's not a lot of solo queue. So try not to give away too many strats since Casey's got those prying eyes. But no, so we will send you over to some more NGS action. Again, thanks for everyone for being here. Thank yous to both these teams. GG's going over to Cool Cats and Kittens. And again, for everyone here, thank you again, and we will see you next time.
Thank you all.
See ya.